Friend, this is a common scenario that you may be unable to concentrate on a particular thing or focus on a particular thing, or there is a kind of procrastination that you can feel that every time you do something you think that you will do it tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And another thing can happen that there are a lot of distraction in your way. So if that is the case, and you are a student or a working professional, then the thing that you need to work on is basically your time management. So time management has different techniques. For particular this technique, it's basically there is a technique called Pomodoro Technique, which is very simple but very effective, and it is a well proven way to bring back the effectiveness of work and study. So in this video I will talk and discuss about this Pomodoro technique, so stay with me. Now, what is Pomodoro technique? In Pomodoro technique, you particular divide the time into a block of 25 minutes. So there are 25 minutes, then you take 5 minutes break, 25 minutes study, and then 5 minutes break, then again 25 minutes study, 5 minutes break, 25 minutes study, 5 minutes break, and again 25 minutes study, 5 minutes break. So there are 4 blocks of Pomodoro. So these blocks are called individual Pomodoro, and 5 minutes break in between. And after you complete the 4 Pomodoro blocks, then you can take a rest of 15 to 30 minutes. So this is the technique which is being very widely used and a very well proven way. Now, how to follow this technique? You can keep a alarm, or you can keep any kind of app is also available where you set up the timer for this, and after 25 minutes you need to take a short 5 minutes break. What is the term Pomodoro all about? Pomodoro is something which came from a Latin word called is well known as tomato. So it has been started with some tomato shaped clock, and with the Pomodoro technique. So there lies the name of the Pomodoro. Next thing is that why use Pomodoro technique? Now, it is a scientific explanation is that we have a limited time span of our concentration. It can vary from 15 to 30 minutes maximum. In general, people 15 minutes or 20 minutes on an average people can concentrate on a particular work, and after that you will stop losing your concentration or focus. So that's why 25 minutes is the maximum limit you can or you should focus to a particular work, and then immediately you should take some kind of rest. And that is what Pomodoro technique is also telling about. And during these 5 minutes you can just move around, and you can do some kind of breathing exercise, you can have water, and then you should come back again and you need to start your next Pomodoro. After 4 Pomodoros, you can take a longer break, about 15 to 30 minutes, where you can talk to your friends, you can use your mobiles or apps, and you can discuss or talk with your parents and all these things. So this is all about what is Pomodoro technique and why use Pomodoro technique. Now, next thing is that how to use Pomodoro technique. So Pomodoro technique is used by following this step, but not necessarily you should be very focused on particular Pomodoro time intervals, because it varies from people to people. So if you think that your time span is less, or you are initially facing some problem about concentrating or focusing on your work very much, then you should make it as a 15 minutes of time interval. That means 15 minutes of Pomodoro block, and then 5 minutes rest, and again then 15 minutes. You can start with that, and then gradually you can increase it to 25 minutes. So it can be customizable. And the thing is that Giving the break for 5 minutes after each Pomodoro is all about encouraging you that you should give some benefit or some advantage to you, that after working on a particular topic for 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 25 minutes, whatever the Pomodoro you choose, and then you just benefit yourself with some break where you can move around and do something else. And once you complete 4 Pomodoros, then you can take a longer break. You can take the phones, you can call someone, you can use the app, you can do some social networking and all these things. But remember, during the Pomodoro you should only focus on a particular task and nothing else. You should just make the phone as silent. You should just put the don't disturb board on your door, so that even the parents also should not interact or should not disturb you during each Pomodoro. And another thing is, basically you should start working or making a to-do list kind of things. To-do list is basically for a particular day what are the tasks you have, and then you should start with your Pomodoro. Gradually, as the day progresses, you can find some understanding that how many tasks you can achieve within a Pomodoro or within a 4 blocks of Pomodoro. So then you will start calculating your time with respect to the Pomodoro block and not instead of hours or minutes. And that is a very practical way of thinking also, because when we tell about that we have studied as a student, if you tell somebody that you have studied for 2 hours, 3 hours or 4 hours, but that does not necessarily that you are totally focusing on these 3 hours or 4 hours at a stretch. It's more like if you tell somebody that you have done 4 Pomodoros in the morning or 2 or 3 Pomodoro in the evening, then that is an accurate measure of yourself, that how much focused study you have done. Or even for a office going people or professional people also, it can help immensely as to concentrate on a particular work initially, focus on a work at a time without getting a lot of avoiding a lot of distraction around. And then after taking this Pomodoro, you can go for a coffee break, you can just mingle with other people, and then again come back to your desk and start doing your work with respect to the Pomodoro technique. So Pomodoro technique is very useful and highly customizable according to your need. So do try with this Pomodoro technique and see that how much benefit you get out of it. I hope it will help for you. Subhasish Chakraborti with this video right now. Thank you. Signing off.